"If I go in now while the shed is empty," he said to himself, "no one will know I've been." He scuttled forward quickly, too quickly. The rails where Bear and Boko had stood were oily, and when he tried to stop, he couldn't. "Brake blocks and buffers, I'm slipping!" he wailed as his wheels locked and slithered. He shut his eyes as, with a despairing whoop of horror, he crashed into the wall at the end of the shed. The diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draught came through the hole in the wall.
Old Stuck-Up is the first story in the book James and the Diesel Engines, and was first published in 1984. Written by Christopher Awdry, a visiting diesel from the other railway insults the steam engines about their controller's decisions, but gets his comeuppance by slipping through the shed and smashing into the back wall, kicking off the book's theme of James's prejudice towards diesels. I find the basis for this story amusing, because while the real incident did involve an engine crashing through a shed wall, it wasn't a diesel, but rather a more famous engine. A4 Pacific No. 4498 Sir Nigel Gresley was built in 1937 at Doncaster, being named after the London and North Eastern Railway's then chief mechanical engineer. The engine worked mainly out of London King's Cross on express services, ranking up several achievements, including holding the Royal Train, and in 1959 reaching a speed of 112 miles per hour, the highest post-war speed record for a steam locomotive. Following its withdrawal in 1966, Sir Nigel Gresley was purchased by the A4 Preservation Society and began running rail tours. These mainline trips were brought to a halt, however, as the following year British Rail put a ban on privately owned steam engines running on their network, excluding a certain Green Pacific. In 1968, Sir Nigel Gresley was moved to the National Coal Board's Philadelphia Colliery in Durham, occasionally being steamed up during weekends for society members to have the chance of driving and firing the engine. During its stay in Philadelphia, Sir Nigel Gresley was stored inside the colliery's workshed, and it was here that the following accident occurred. After one of the weekend outings, Sir Nigel Gresley was returning to the shed to be stabled. The driver, however, failed to stop in time and crashed into the wall at the end of the shed, with the engine's streamlined nose poking through the hole. Fortunately, Sir Nigel Gresley only suffered some scrapes, and the wall was repaired. The incident would be publicized in the 1971 edition of Railway World, and it was within this magazine that Christopher Awdry came across this photograph. Later that year, British Rail lifted the steam ban, and Sir Nigel Gresley returned to the main line. It continued to be based at the Philadelphia workshed for several more years, until moving to its new home at Conforth in 1977. The shed would eventually be demolished around 2017. As of the making of this video, Sir Nigel Gresley continues to pull rail tours and visit heritage railways. Whilst the engine will always be known as a record holder, being the basis for a Thomas the Tank Engine story will forever be in its ever-growing album.
"Ho, ho, ho," chortled Henry. "Old Stuck-Up came unstuck, did he? I say, Boko, what is it the Fat Controller calls you?" "Versatile," chuckled Boko. "But that isn't what he called Stuck-Up. I couldn't hear all he said, but I didn't think it sounded very polite."